Before we get into this matchup, we had 3 other matches that took place beforehand. First things first, we had Peekayric versus Miles, both making their season debut. A couple of early top outs from Peekayric would end up giving Miles the victory, winning 3-1 and giving him 6 points, while Tega would only get 1. Ironically enough, the very next match that took place was between Tega and Xenophilius, where this time it was Xeno that ended up getting pummeled by early top outs. So Peekayric would end up taking the sweep in a nice 7 points, while Xeno ends up going with nothing. Finally, we had Dylan versus Hydrant. Dylan played some good games, but Hydrant displayed some consistent efficiency and ended up getting swept in the end. Hydrant will get his first win of the season with a nice 7 points, bringing his total up to 11, while Dylan will stay with 7.
Good work. And hovering 3. So we're gonna do take 2 on game 1 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Excuse me, Metal Kark, these are trained professionals. Starting in the wrong level or just spacing out, they happen. The number of people who have started on 13 because they're hovering 3 and then just blindly mash away at start, yours truly included. The thing about 19 starts versus 18 starts is part of the, just part of the intrigue of the game as a whole comes from the different phases. The 18 phase versus the heightened speed of 19. One player can start on 19 if they can. The scoring difference would make that pretty messy. 5 and below there from Alex T, 91k. Hydrant, 94k. Tetris there for Alex T to open up a slight lead as we get going here in what is officially, for sure, actually game number 1. Alex having to do a bit of spinning there in their well. Ooh, goodness, that speed. Able to do that tuck beautifully, gets the bar over, gets the score. Alex at 191, Hydrant at 163, a handful of lines behind, and just waiting for a bar, taking a good safe triple. There's the bar, there's the score to go to 192. We are very close in score, though Alex still having to burn away a few more lines here. And Hydrant with that Tetris gonna take the lead. Alex gonna try and take it right back, but Hydrant scores another one, leveling off the line count a bit, and in turn taking care of that slight difference in score. Alex now at 220 and way up high, but gets that bar over, gets a score, go to 243. Hydrant's at 261 and a couple lines back, add another score to go to 282. Trying to open up a bit of a lead here. We approach the halfway marker in the first game of the set. Alex having to create a bar dependency in the center of the stack, but then again, knowing Alex, just about anything could happen with this set. Just gonna settle for the triple for now and get that well open on the right-hand side. Alex back to tapping offhand. 319 for Alex, 329 for Hydrant. Bit of a slideshow for a moment, but nothing really to worry about. Hydrant takes another score of 353 and is still back a handful of lines with how high up Alex has been playing most of this game. Tetris for Alex to give some breathing room, and wow, the speed of those tucks, just incredible. Alex gonna get this stack lower down, another score of 367 for Alex. Hydrant at 399 and back by over 10 lines. 84 lines for Hydrant, 423. 93 lines for Alex, 413. The pace lead belonging to Hydrant, dude, as we, approach the 100-line marker, at least on one side of the board. Hydrant opting for the T-Talk instead of trying to go for a Z-Spin. Doesn't get that T all the way left, but bar for the Tetris. And then rolls a bar over the T-piece that was creating the problem. Tetris for Hydrant, dude. Now up to 492 on 97 lines. Alex is at 481, but on 105 lines. Alex over 500k at 109 lines, 105 lines for Hydrant, 499. So things have leveled off quite a bit, honestly. Alex once again flying high, though. There's the bar finally to the score. Simul Tetris, 532, 522. Alex can take another one, but is way out in front in lines at the moment. 9 lines out in front. 554, 544. Hydrant is double bar dependent. That J is going to help fix that problem up real quick. Both players approaching transition. Hydrant 10 lines away. Alex 5 lines away. Trying to avoid a skim if possible. It gives up the Tetris. 581 for Alex at transition. Hydrant's at 573 with 10 lines left to get there. So a definite pace lead for Hydrant. Take another score to go to 596 with 6 lines left. Alex into level 20 at 632 has the real-time lead, but Hydrant with a significant pace lead. Unfortunately having to skim away one of their available Tetrises. Takes the other go to 621 into transition. Alex still playing high up on the board, able to get these pieces moving quick. Is at 658. Hydrant's at 623. Background music from Theme Hospital. No, it is not. It is from Shovel Knight, currently. Hydrant, oh no! Doesn't get a piece to rotate! Blacks off the well. 627 is done. Alex T at 712 will take game 1. GG. Three, two, one, Tetris. No, we get it, Hydrant. And we're underway in game number 2. Alex with a double tuck setup and the 1-0 lead in the set. Way up high on the board. Finally gets a bar for a score instead of just for setting up. Hydrant with a couple bars, couple Tetrises there. Goes to 68,000. Alex on 69,000. Hashtag hey now. Hydrant getting into a bit of a situation up top here, but getting some helpful pieces. Gonna take the triple there with that bar. A double, a single, the well is open. Problem solved. No sweat. 138 for Alex, 79,000 for Hydrant, who's back by a couple of lines. That Tetris brings it to 101. About a 1.5 Tetris lead for Alex T. Past the 30-line mark on their side of the board. Hydrant still at 26 lines. And take a score there. Help even the line counts out a bit. Tetris for Hydrant, 149 out of another score. Go to 172, now about 4 lines ahead. Alex trying to avoid taking burns, and covers up the well right when the bar comes. El Clasico strikes again, but Alex is going to get it open in time for another bar. Get the score, 193. The score for Alex up to 216. Hydrant takes one to go to 218 on very similar line counts. We are neck and neck, to say the very least, here in game number 2. Game number 1, much the same until an unfortunate set of circumstances ended it early on Hydrant's side. Tetris there to avoid ending this one early, because that board is getting pretty high up. And another score for Hydrant. They're at 263. 265 for Alex. Not Tetris ready when that bar came, and now this board getting a little bit awkward. Good talks, good decisions with those pieces from Alex. And is gonna get the well open here. 270 at 67 lines. 290 at 65 lines for Hydrant, who's got about a 1 Tetris lead as we hit the halfway mark here in game number 2 of the 18 speeds, at least. Alex's board, though, continuing to be awkward and still going to have a decent amount of work to do. That will help a lot, though, the tucks into the Tetris. Nothing going on the left side of the board right now, but to make sure things don't get too out of hand. Bar there to fill in a dependency. There's another Tetris. Alex at 364. Hydrant takes Tetris 362, 5 lines back. So again, with a bit of a pace lead. To go over the 80 line marker on both sides. Pumpy, I have now paid more attention because of how you have typed. Hydrant getting high up in the center, but getting a couple bars, a couple Tetrises, 410. Alex, 409. Neck and neck, simul-bangering right there as well. Both players past the 100-line mark now. Hydrant on 456, add a score to go to 478. Ahead by 738 points over Alex, who has some pushdown points. A score for Hydrant, 524. Alex is at 546, but ahead by 6 lines. So, pace-wise, we remain neck and neck. Both players staying clean, taking the Tetrises now as we approach transition. 8 lines away for Alex, 9 lines away for Hydrant. Alex has got 1 more Tetris available. Hydrant 3, but is going to have to burn away one of them. Unless they choose to really get aggressive with his dirty center well. And they just might be doing that. Alex gonna go into transition at 616. Hydrant having to burn away a little bit. Gonna go into transition at 606. A 10K difference. Here we go. Game number 2. Catches for Hydrant up to 630. Alex T digging. Slugging away. Gets the well open, gets bar over. Tetris in the level 20 at 649. Hydrant's at 654 with a line left until level 20. But not getting the bar. There's a Tetris for it. Hydrant up to 712. Alex at 703. Ooh, bit of an early shift from Hydrant there. 713, digging now on level 21. Alex T is on level 22 at 736. Hydrant, though, able to roll these pieces where they want them to go and gets things cleaned up. Only about a 14,000 point difference, much less than a Tetris. As these three players continue on, Hydrant's playing up on row number 2 right now, looking to stay efficient and keep pace. There's another score to go to 784. Hydrant might be looking at transferring this well over. Perfect time for that bar for the Tetris. 814 for Hydrant. Tetris for Alex, 824. 2-line difference, 10,000 point difference. This game is coming down to the wire. Level 23, and it's still neck and neck. Tetris for Hydrant, 845. Tetris for Alex, 856. Beautiful tuck sequence out of Hydrant there. Alex got a J piece that did not go where they wanted it to. Looking for the right piece to burn this out. Gonna have to take a couple of skims to do so. Set 920 for Alex, 936 for Hydrant, who now has the real-time lead. Takes a Tetris there to go to 967. Alex finally getting the bar. Go to 952, 15,000 point difference. Less than a Tetris still. It is just swung in the other direction. And Alex not able to get this well open yet. Hydrant taking Tetrises, trying to expand this lead. Now at AO 3 and 26. Alex is on 959, fighting away, waiting on the bar. Finally, one comes to get the score to go to 994. A single to open the well. Hydrant at A36, excuse me. Takes a Tetris there, going to level 27 at A69. 10 times the hey nows, 10 times the fun. Alex getting a Tetris, going to be able to make that right side or left side accessible again, but now is up into level 28 at A65. Hydrant is at B05, still in 27. Alex now with a B even with 2 Tetrises left available. Hydrant's got B43 with 1 Tetris left available, but Alex has closed the well off. That's going to be it. 1.1 not enough as Hydrant at 1.146 will take game number 2 and level the set 1-1. GG. Double B on the screen. Alex D with 86 bars. Hydrant with 80. Yikers. Also, geez, a 61 bar transition. That is a bunch. Game number 3. We're all knotted up at 1. Who's going to take advantage? In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Both games wonderfully close affairs. Just as expected, these two playing it tight. Hydrant not getting the T for that tuck is just going to settle for taking a skim. Yeah, screw it. Oh, a couple bars that could have been used to get ready, but there's another bar for the score. 114 for Alex. Running clean so far. Hydrant 91k. Alex now on 7 clean. Hydrant at 137. Great skin with the T, but creates a bar dependency. Hey, look, there's the bar. Perfect. Alex now 182. And clean for Alex T to start this game off. Has not amounted to that much of a lead as Hydrant has managed to stay. There's a first burn for Alex, 40 lines in, by the way. Hydrant, little high up, having to take a good safety double there. There's a score to go to 254. Alex on 274. Hydrant's board a little awkward, extra high in the center. Gonna take that Tetris though, and gets things nice and manageable from here. But meantime, Alex T's board got a little spicy as well. Finally gets a bar for that dependency. Able to get the well open back up. 3 out 2 on 59 lines for Alex T. 64 lines, 326 for Hydrant. So with that Tetris from Alex, we can see we are absolutely neck and neck once again. Good flat bar for the skim for Alex. 353 on 73 lines, 69 lines. Hey now, 349 for Hydrant. So Hydrant actually managing to open up a bit of a pace lead at least. Is behind by 4 lines. So this Tetris here will let us see 395, 375, 20k difference. Almost a 1 Tetris difference between the two. Captain making a brave rage prediction. Oh, old recorded footage? Then disqualified. Problem solved. Hydrant 464 on 90 lines. Alex 467 on 93 lines. Yeah, this one's close and a very high scoring affair. Oh, that T didn't get all the way over where Hydrant wanted it. Created a bar dependency on the left, led to a couple of burns. Alex having to take a couple as well. Gets the well open in time for the score. Hydrant, 103 lines, 514. Add another score, go to 537. 107 lines apiece. Alex T at 517. Hydrant 537. So that 20k difference remaining intact. Both players blowing it out of the water here in Game 3, trying to make a statement to the other. Oh, Hydrant covered up the well right when the bar comes, but gets it open for the next one. Alex T kind of flying real high. Gets a score as well. 564, 564. We are separated by a half single there for a moment. 121 lines to 120, but Hydrant's got a little bit of cleanup to do. This could give Alex the advantage going into transition as Hydrant burns away a couple more lines. Alex at 611 now. Hydrant at 590. So now that 1 Tetris lead has swung in the other direction. Tetris there for Hydrant has a single line left until the transition to 19 speeds. Gonna take it with a skim here. It's 6:14. Alex is in at 6:36. A 1 Tetris lead, and off we run! Hydrant getting the well cleaned back up. Gonna take the score there, 6:40. Alex is at 6:62. Similar line counts, but Alex having to set up a bar dependency on the left. Gets the bar for it. Still not Tetris ready. Having to cover up the well. Alright, gets that thing opened back up. Gets a score, 691 for Alex. 666 at a score to go to 691 for Hydrant, separated by 220 points! Tetris for Alex, Tetris for Hydrant, but still on level 20, so that 1 line difference, meaning a 1,200 point difference in the scores for those Tetrises, is almost the entirety of the gap between the two. Tetrises for both, 773 for Hydrant, 799 for Alex. Hydrant skimming to a score, 801. Alex getting a little high. Purdy is a little questionable, but gets a score to go to 826. That's another one to go to 856. Both players flying high, trying to find every last point. Pushing each other to the limit here. Hydrant with a score, 832 into level 23. Alex's board getting a little bit out of whack. Having to take some very high up burns. Not sure if that was the direction that Jay was supposed to go, but that's the direction that it went. Alex has still got to dig a little bit more to open this well up. Finally does, but it has a bar dependency on the left. This board is getting higher and higher for Alex. Hydrant not quite ahead yet, 865 to 871. There's a score for Hydrant. Will take the real-time lead. Neither player clean now. Hydrant's going to get one more Tetris. Alex has gotten clean, is at 905. Hydrant burning the news at 931. Both players now in level 25. Alex needs to get a bar to the left. Gets it for a triple, 915. Hydrant almost out of this mess, but the right piece is not yet coming for it. May elect to play on row 2, is going to do it. 941 for Hydrant. Takes a Tetris, go to 974. Take the lead back. Alex T, though, is clean. Hydrant needs another burn to open up a one hole is gonna look to transfer this well back. Alex T at 954, Hydrant at 980, Tetris for Alex T at 27 at 988, gonna take the real-time lead. But Hydrant is back a handful of lines. Does have a bar dependency on the left. Gonna fill it in. Get another one for the score. A13 and 27. Alex T at A23. We are neck and neck once again. 4-line difference between the players. Alex T having to cover up the well for a moment. Board gets a little bit messier. Messier. Hydrant also with misdrops. A51, A29. Alex now into 28. Gets a score to go to A64. Takes the real-time lead back. Into kill screen to B. A B01, now B04. Hydrant with 8 lines left until kill screen is at A57, but cannot get the right pieces to get Tetris ready. Now only has 1 Tetris available, just gonna burn down. Looking to try and get this board set up for the 29 plus. A81 for Hydrant, B20 right now for Alex. Both players still playing on the 29 speeds. Hydrant getting the board cleaned up. A89, gonna take that triple. A98 and a 30. Alex is at B28. About a 31,000 point difference. Alex ahead at the moment, but also ahead by a level. Hydrant now up to B38, has taken the real-time lead with that Tetris. Alex is trying to fight his way back into it. B40, but Hydrant's at B43. Alex can't get anything else left. It's gonna be done at B41. Hydrant at B82. We'll take game 3 of the 2-1 lead. And put another C on the screen. GG. Hydrant's board's starting to come apart, but C62, more than enough. Game 4 comes up in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So a set chock full of super close games continues that trend as Hydrant manages to outlast Alex in game number 2. Alex now playing with back against the wall. Question is, will Alex pull out all the stops or try and just stay alive in this one? I'm gonna guess the former based on how I've seen Alex play in the past. Series of mystifying tucks from Alex, but no bars. Getting a little bit higher on the screen. Hey, a bar, finally! Hydrant also inconvenienced by the lack of bar is now playing quite dirty, getting to take that triple. Alex opening up an early lead here as Hydrant just not getting any helpful pieces at the moment. Alex, of course, playing at the top of the screen, but gets a Tetris to lower things down a little bit. Hydrant thought about getting really greedy with that bar placement, but is just going to take the triple, stay in this game. 1975 Jown CT. Seems very legitimate, Pumpy. Very legitimate. Definitely trustworthy. Hydrant out of that mess is at 123. Alex is at 213. So got a few Tetris lead out of that mess that Hydrant got stuck in earlier. But we're off and running now, cleaned up and ready to score. course, ready to score would imply the game is ever going to give Hydrant more bars, which it seems not particularly prone to doing at any useful time. This has, though, allowed Alex to really build up a lead now. Hydrant finally getting a Tetris, goes to 159. Alex is on 304, trying to double them up. Hydrant with the Vits set up. Gets the bar, gets the Vits. Gets no other help. Finally a bar for that dependency in the center of the stack. Neither player clean right now, but Alex with a massive lead, 353, 188. Hydrant still digging. Is a T-spin away from a clean stack. Guess what piece did not show up? And overshoots on that Z piece, and this is serious danger at this point. Jay gets all the way over one side. Oh my goodness, these rolls. Hydrant with just ice in the veins right now. Beautiful job clearing things away. Is ready for a very dirty Tetris. Dirty Tetris up on row number 9, I think that was for Hydrant. Finally. Problem is, Alex T, bit of a lead. Smidge bit, 442 for Alex, 251 for Hydrant. This one is not close at the moment. I mean, it is NES Tetris, anything can happen, but right now Alex, little ahead. Hydrant probably just happy to have survived that whole mess. Sets up an interesting maybe double tuck of some sort. Just gonna deal with it. Go to adjust it with the S to use the J to clear that off. Alex at 490, Hydrant at 300. Both players closing in on transition. Hydrant now 6 lines away, is at 327. 516 for Alex with a Tetris goes to 538, 6 lines away. Hydrant waiting on a bar. It's not showing up because, of course. And just gonna burn in transition to 339, kind of a brutal 18, but we'll see what Hydrant can pull off in post. Down by a shade over 200,000 points. Here we go. Hydrant up to 412 here on level 20, finally starting to get some bars at remotely helpful times, but now a bar dependency on the left of the stack. Alex is not clean right now, but gonna take a triple there to get some breathing room. Hydrant takes a score of 465, now only down by 160,000 points as Alex is still digging and will be for a little minute here. Hydrant cleaned up, 492, takes a score to go to 519, the lead down to 100,000 points. It's been ticking downwards. The longer this dig lasts for Alex, the more chances Hydrant has to come back, and they are absolutely doing so. 547 now. The lead under 100,000. Hydrant, though, is ahead by 6 lines. Takes another Tetris, but Alex is completely unable to get out of this dig. Finally gets a piece that'll help open the left a little bit. Finally whittling this down a little bit more. Hydrant is at 575 and charging back into this game. Another Tetris go to 604. Alex is at 651. Another Tetris for Hydrant to 633. That lead is all but evaporated. This is why you keep playing these games out. 663 for Hydrant, 663 for Alex T. We're separated by 460 points. Hydrant is a few lines ahead, but again gets another score, 693. Alex T, 695. Hydrant gets another bar for another score, 723. We are separated by 2,000 points after all this time. Hydrant was down over 200,000 points not very long ago, but this post has just been slick. Super clean. Another Tetris there. 786. Alex T spent so long digging early on in post, and it just gave Hydrant every opportunity to come back, and Hydrant pounced on it. 819 to 823. Alex T now only up by 4,000 points as we go into level 26. Oh, needed a drink. 852 for Hydrant, 855 for Alex. Hydrant, Tetris ready again. Another bar, another score. 887 apiece. 480 point difference. Now level 27 for Hydrant, level 26 for Alex. Hydrant has to take skims, but gets a score there. 923. Alex gonna fire one back. 922. Hydrant's into 28 at 958 after some more quick scores. Another Tetris for Hydrant. Great solve with a tuck. Tetris there. One more available for Hydrant. It's at 993. A29 into kill screen. Nearly 700k post. 29 Tetris. Go to A66. Alex T is at 994. Still has work to do. Gets a Tetris there. Go to A29. Hydrant's at A69. And still playing aggressive. Set up for another Tetris. Gonna get it. Go into level 30 at a B06. But the board is starting to struggle. Alex just now getting embargoes to A65. But nothing else. Oh my goodness. He is getting pieces over. But only a couple. A71. Alex is done. Hydrant has come back from over 200,000 down to take the set 3-1. Holy crap! I would like to point out once again that Hydrant transitioned at what, like 330 something? Oh, couldn't get the dirty left well. Tetris, no! Kingston, I PB'd in heart rate, I think. Yeah, what the hell? That was 700 plus post before even getting to kill screen, and then multiple 29 Tetrises. What?